No, your lordship has passed this order on 7th with liberty to mention. This is that matter where Mr. Huda was appearing for one of the set of defendants and in the other suit he was not appearing. Then your lordship directed us to complete the examination of the witness action by 31st. So we wanted to file this affidavit of evidence for the plaintiff. So I wanted a leave. Let it appear tomorrow as to be mentioned. Your lordship. Deeply.
My lord, may I permit to mention the original matter? This is a civil suit. The decree was passed in the month of June 24. Subsequent to that, there was a correction in the schedule of the suit. That was with the liberty of the court. We had filed that on 24th of December. That was the leave was granted. And my lord, now the as the decree is being drawn up, it is seen that the plan does not have red marking of the scheduled property on it. So I'm just saying, Lord, I'm mentioning for the list. I'm mentioning for that. I'm taking for leaves. It won't come in the list. Degree has already been passed. The second leave, the leave for.
Organ Side Commercial Division, item number 1.
The note is ready. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm great. Lordship, may I just point out that we have not received a copy of the judgment cited by my learned friend. So, Your Lordship, I have filed my notes without dealing with that judgment. I'm great. Very well, Lordship. Grateful.
Regular list, item number 1 and 2.
Well, I'm for the petitioner defendant. On preliminary point, well, I have almost concluded. Another just one point I'll argue and then I'll sit down. Then Mr. Ghosh can.
Although I was given to understand my learned senior friend has concluded.
No, I said I'll take 5 minutes.
My lord?
It should always be, my lord, continuation.
Yes.
Lordship, always continuation.
So Lordship takes up the volume 2 of our competition.
Because your point of argument should be, let us assume that the suit is barred. Or rather, the agreement for sale cannot be specifically performed without permission of the proper authority under FERA Act. Does it bar the suit? That is the issue. The relief may be barred, whether the proceeding is barred. Yes, which you are referring to?
Yes. This is volume 2. Content deposition. So Lordship, can it takes up page 36.
Question number?
Question number 68. Question number in cross to the PW2. Are you aware of this fact? Mrs. Helen Winson had cancelled the agreement for sale at 2nd February 1989. We came to know about her intention that she wanted to cancel the sale agreement via her letter addressed to us dated 14th February 1990, which was received by us on 21st February 1990. Prior to this, she didn't mention anything about cancellation. By referring to the letter 14th February 1990, are you referring to a document appearing page 162 Judge Brief documents? Yes. Now, Lordship takes up page 42 of this compilation. Question number 101. Page 42. 101.
Yes.
Come to question number 68. Now, the agreement dated February 289, of which specific performance is sought, was cancelled by Mrs. Helen Winson, where portion plaintiff is shown. Has the plaintiff made any prayer for declaration that the cancellation was bad or not binding on the plaintiff, it is as per records. Is it there or not? As per the records. Are you aware of this record? I have to go through the record, my lord. Are you aware of this fact whether cancellation of suit filed or not? No. Are you aware of the fact whether cancellation suit was filed or not? No. When Helen Mission cancelled the deed agreement for sale, did you challenge that in any court of law? My lord, she wrote a letter saying she wanted to cancel the sale agreement. After that, no action was taken or the punishment was refunded. Right. Did you file any suit? We replied, but we did not file any suit. Now, Lordship, a specific question was put that whether the agreement was cancelled. He accepts, yes, it was cancelled by letter. That letter is Exhibit 7, already exhibited. Now, in the prayer portion of the plain, Lordship sees.
Then, Mr. Sharkar, before that, you please pointed me out whether what was the order of the appellate court.
Appellate court orders we have annexed, my lord.
Next with the compilation.
Compilation.
First day, I placed it.
Orders on preliminary issue. Appellate court, there is an index also.
কম্পাইলেশনটা কোথায় এর মধ্যেই আছে?
This is
All
yes,
orders.
my lord. All orders.
Serial number 6.
Volume 1. This is judge's brief of documents.
No.
No, there is separate.
Separate thin
Print
compilation.
দেখার দরকার নেই, কম্পাইলেশন
Thin no, অত মোটা না। এই দেখুন তাকালে দিক এরকম পাতলা।
এইরকম ফার্স্ট অর্ডার ডিভিশন বেঞ্চ প্রিসাইডেড ওভার বাই জাস্টিস
মানে
আইপি মুখার্জি।
এর উপর যা যা অর্ডার হয়েছে সব একসাথে আছে। এরকম পাতলা।
আমারটা কি May I not hand over my copy for the time?
Let me see, I have to mark it.
Very well, very well. Because I placed it from the compilation and I handed over on the first day. দেখান তো উপরে প্যাজিং
That is judgment.
এটা হচ্ছে জাজমেন্ট হয়তো ভিড়ের মধ্যে
ওইটা দেখি।
কোথাও ঢুকে গেছে এই রকম কম্পাইলেশন হবে
Copies of various
না,
orders.
এটা হচ্ছে একটার ম্যানুয়াল আর একটা হবে
Copies of various orders.
ভেরিয়াস অর্ডার আছে ওইটা
Page serial number 6 at page
This was in
22, dated 24th. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
November 2021 first order.
21. Page 1 of that compilation.
Internal page 4.
Now to determine, it is clear that this, before this suit is to progress any further, then this point has to be determined as a preliminary issue. Now to determine the preliminary issues of fact may also have to be determined by the court. According to us, it should be left to the learned trial judge to come to a decision whether this issue could be determined as a pure question of law or a mixed question of fact and law. In order to shorten the litigation and to ensure the convenience of the parties, we also leave it to the learned judge to order discovery of documents limited to this issue only and select the documents already disclosed on discovery pertaining to the issue only and determine the preliminary issue by trial on evidence. After preliminary issues determined, other issues may be determined if so required. That is the
now, what is the preliminary issue is in fact detailed in first paragraph.
first paragraph. Yes.
If the defendant is able to show that for lack of permission to sell immovable property, even an agreement for sale could not be entered into, so and so, this much.
Yes.
This is the ambit of inquiry of preliminary issue.
Oh, Lordship, if Lordship feels that I'm transgressing the limit, my lord, then I
we order take করে দিতে হবে but with my learned senior's leave but kindly come to page 19
Page?
page 19 but with my learned senior's leave may I
Of
my lord
course, sir.
assist your lordship but for 2 minutes
This is order passed by?
division bench order then matter went back to the single judge kindly come to page 19 Justice Shamanto's order this is what lordship is hearing now page 19 continuation the issue frame
Is the suit barred by
Absolutely,
section 31?
absolutely. Absolutely. And page 20, these are the documents referred to, but this is the issue which Lordship will be deciding.
First is the issue.
Absolutely. This is the preliminary issue.
Then, my lord, I know trouble you now.
Act a second, just put it. Bolo.
Please, please.
But with my learned seniors leave, my Lordship has asked me asked a question which is otherwise very pertinent, my lord. Whether, my lord, institution is bad. The relief sought for in the claim may be bad, but whether the institution is bad, that is what Lordship is asking and probably bothering your Lordship. Just few minutes back, Lordship will put this question to my learned senior. My lord, sorry. What should I get? Nothing on the district. Institution. 26. What is that?
There is another order passed by the division bench.
Absolutely.
Subsequently,
Last order by just presided over by Justice Tandon.
30, page 30.
Absolutely.
There's some shades of doubt are there regarding the earlier division bench order. Anyway, that is.
But that has not been gone into. What the court said, we are not going sitting in a coordinate
Right.
jurisdiction. What the division bench said, those documents are to be proved. Justice,
No, those documents were adduced and proved.
yes, adduced and proved. Witness was in the box. Now Lordship is hearing the matter, and we have argued.
Yes,
Now,
got
apropos
it.
to what has fallen from your Lordship, my lord, may I just try to answer, my lord? Lordship says whether the institution is barred or not. Relief may or may not be, may be subject to hearing them. Kindly takes up section 26 once. CPC.
CPC.
Yes. That's a substantial right given to a party. Institution and continuation of a suit and order 7, these are two different issues altogether. Institution of a suit can never be barred. It's a right of a litigant. Kindly have a look at this.
Yes.
Institution of a suit. Every suit shall be instituted by the presentation of a plaint or in such other manner as may be prescribed. So the moment I present the plaint, unless otherwise or any manner is prescribed, plaint is filed and suit is
Is it in your notes of argument?
I will. Suit is instituted. So institution is completely different from dismissal. So the moment somebody comes,
And present it.
absolutely, that's institution.
There is no application of mind by.
No. Supposing, giving an example, my lord, under original side rules, property is partly within, partly outside. So what we do before institution, first relief and the prayer, leave under clause 12. The moment leave is granted, because
Or leave is considered, mind is applied.
once the leave is granted after applying the mind, suit is instituted. Prior to that, it's not.
No.
Another stage is the revocation of leave. But here, that's not the point. What I say, the institution is the moment you present the plaint, unless you ask for a leave under order 2, rule 2, clause 12, order 1, rule 8, representative nature. It's an institution. Nobody can question. But what we are questioning and what the issue has been framed is the continuation of a suit. Whether the
Come with the notes of argument.
absolutely.
Put it.
So continuation means whether suit should be dismissed, decided it's a preliminary issue. So institution and continuation, these are two different things altogether.
Absolutely.
We are on continuation, whether it should be continued or it should be dismissed in view of the bar. So this is my answer. I will come up with it.
Well, if the film issue is only section 31, my lord, then I need not speak any further. Because other
Come with the
points-
notes, file your notes of argument, especially on this issue.
We will do. Certainly, my lord.
When will you be able to file next day?
Let Mr. Ghosh commence his argument.
Let us
But
hear
you
what
have
he
to
says.
file your notes of
Absolutely.
argument.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Mr. Ghosh cannot reply this.
No.
We are
Yes,
Correction, I have noted down.
Yes, noted down our argument.
May I just begin today and then continue on
On the next theme, Lord, we would.
Just to recapitulate, my lord, what my learned friends have argued. They have essentially argued 5 points. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to shorten the scope of the application, scope of the issue. Your lordship has seen the preliminary issue is one, whether the suit is barred under section 31 of FERA. That's all, nothing else, nothing more. So we are to see whether section 31 of FERA bars, I am using the word bars, either the institution of the suit or the proceeding with the suit. Whether the plaint filed in the suit is barred under section 31 of the Act, which means either 31 bars the institution of the suit or continuation of the suit. That's all. Nothing more, nothing else. Now, my lord, I will start with an example. And then, my lord, take you what my learned friends have argued. My lord, cause of action is a bundle of facts which allows a litigant to come to court. In that bundle of facts, I can plead several facts, and in support of that, I can bring in several documents. The relief is ultimately based on those bundle of facts and law which I can propound before your lordship. Now, my lord, kindly appreciates one thing. The law may prohibit that out of those documents or facts that I have brought before your lordship, one of the facts or documents is not in accordance with law. But that does not mean that my bundle of facts, which is not only that fact but other facts also, leading to the relief, is barred. But may I give an example of this suit? What is the claim of the plaintiff before your lordship? That there is an agreement for sale by a foreign national, Mrs. Helen Wilson, in my favor, in my client's predecessor's favor. And I say that this agreement ought to be performed specifically and I ought to get the property. Two reliefs have been claimed. I will show you the plaint. One is specific performance of the agreement. Second is in the alternative, if this court finds that this agreement is not specifically enforceable, then refund of earnest money that I have paid or my predecessor. Those two prayers are there. One is only looking at, or my learned friends have only highlighted the first prayer, that is specific performance. But in the alternative, my clients have also prayed for refund of earnest money if it is not specifically performable. That is in lines with section 22 of the Specific Relief Act, which also said that, my lord, a person claiming for specific performance can also claim for a monetary compensation, and merely because he has claimed for a monetary compensation does not mean that his specific performance will go. Court says at any point of time you can allow the plaintiff to amend also. Now, my lord, kindly considers this argument falls through in a moment. Why? Let us take their argument at the highest, that merely because section 31 of FERA says that no foreign national will be allowed to also enter into an agreement for sale. I am saying it does not say so. It only says a foreign national cannot transfer. Transfer finally means a conveyance cannot be executed. I'm coming to that, all those arguments. But let us say I take their argument the highest. The section 31 bars even the entering into of an agreement. So your lordship will finally come to a finding at the end of the trial that the agreement is not specifically performable. Possible, but then Helen Wilson has taken money from me. I have
What
a
is
right,
your remedy?
yes, I have a right to prove that she has taken money. I will have a right to adduce evidence, those checks, those transfers, that she has taken money. And now, since my learned friends are in her shoes, and your lordship is of the opinion specific performance is not maintainable, I am to get back my money. The law says so, not the decision says so.
No, I cannot say at this point of time whether specific performance is.
Absolutely. So, my lord, I am taking their case at the highest. Say I take their case at the highest, that ultimately your lordship will hold. Say, for example, that specific performance cannot be granted because the agreement was entered in violation of 31. I am taking their case at the highest. But even then, your lordship has to then decide if the agreement was bad, then he cannot be unjustly enriched. He cannot get
Right
the money.
now, I am thinking of whether this suit is barred.
Absolutely. So the suit means whether if the suit is barred, all players of the suit has to be barred, or the entire cause of action has to be barred. Kindly appreciate. I have prayed for 3 reliefs based on a bundle of facts. If they say that section 31 bars the entire suit and all reliefs, they have to show before your lordship. All they have argued is that look here, specific performance is barred because this agreement was entered illegally.
But then give back money. That's your point.
Yes, even if I take his argument at the highest, and let's say they will succeed in trial, what about the money I have paid? To that extent,
Even taken as a sanctity of admission.
Yes, to that extent, court has to adjudicate that look here, the agreement may not be enforceable, but the earnest money has to be deposited back. Who will decide? The court has to decide. If the section 31 does not bar that, section 31 never says that specific performance is barred, agreement is illegal, and you cannot even get back the money. Doesn't say that, cannot possibly say that. God save us if it says that. It does not say so. Then what? Then how can they argue that the entire suit is barred? I am taking their point at the highest.
I got your point.
I am not admitting anything. But
I got your point.
Yes. How can they say that the suit is bad? How can they say that this adjudication, whether I want to give them back the money or not, rather they have to give them, how is that bad? 31 does not say anything regarding that. So if part of the facts that I have pleaded as my part of cause of action, part of the reliefs that I have claimed is not even covered by 31, how can they say, even attempt to argue that the suit is barred? That's my first argument. Second argument, my lord, is as what has fallen from your lordship. That, my lord, when do we say a case is under section 11D of the Civil Procedure Code? When, Lord, I quote, the suit is barred, the plaint is barred under any provisions of law. The exact language, my lord, I will quote from Order 7, Rule 11D, when the suit appears from the statement in the plaint to be barred by any law. To be barred by any law. My lord, what is an example of this kind of a bar? Say section 34. I will show you, lordship, on the next day. Section 34 of the Securitization Act, which starts with the line, no civil suit. But kindly, my lord, may I just place, no civil court shall have jurisdiction to entertain any suit or proceeding in respect of a matter. So the wordings are, no civil court should have jurisdiction. I will
And
show
jurisdiction, in a sense, authority.
Yes. So that is a bar with regard to the subject matter. That is a bar regarding to civil court. That is what the legislature contemplated when under Order 7, Rule 11D, it said that the suit appears from the statement in the plaint to be barred by any law. Section 31 of the FERA does not say no civil court will entertain a suit where an agreement entered into with a foreign national.
Enforceability of the agreement is.
Yes. Does not say so with the deepest of respect. So how does it come within Order 7, Rule 11D? That my learned friends have not addressed. I will give you 3 to 4 laws where bar of suit is engrafted in the act, which clearly starts
Like
with a line. No, yes. Like Benami, no civil suit will be instituted. Those are the bars that Order 7, Rule 11D contemplates. Not a bar like 31, which says the agreement will not be enforceable. And I have already argued, even if the agreement is not enforceable, I have a right to get back the money. What about that relief? What about those facts? I have to prove that. I should get a chance to prove that, even assuming they can sustain. What about that? He is not addressed you on that. I will come back and I will finish on the next day. And with regard to well, just to recapitulate what they have argued. One, they have argued agreement as against section 2931. I have addressed. There they have drawn attention.
Your point is, let us assume or let us take it for granted the agreement is
Back.
opposed to or offending to 31, 20, 31.
31.
Still then suit is maintainable.
Yes. Number one. Number two, they say that IP1, IPI1, IPI2 are only guidelines, no force of law. I will argue that they are part of the rules and they have force of law. Three, they say section 31 uses the word disposed of. Sale, transfer or disposed of. I will argue disposed of means used-em. It has to be taken used-em generis in the same genus as the preceding words. It cannot be that it is transfer or sale and that is agreement for sale. No, I will show that. And agreement is cancelled, hence no suit. I don't think I'll have to argue before that. Agreement is cancelled, no suit. That is a question of trial or merit. How does 31 come into this?
All right.
I will come and I'll conclude on the next day. And I'll possibly come with a short note also.
Heard Mr. Ghosh in part adjourned to second April. Second April kota ache argument e. Adjourned to 2nd April.
It is fresh in your lordship's mind. It's better that we finish.
It is always fresh.
Absolutely.
My lord, one thing may I require your lordship's leave. Your lordship will recall a very fat book had been exhibited by as IPI 1.
It's here.
My lord, may I make photocopies and just take certified copies? Because the record.
File an
to your
application, then file an application.
But your lordship gives leave, we can take it. It is there in the records. If your lordship allows it, I will.
Learned
tell it
Counsel
to-
Mr. Ghosh submitted that the what is the exhibit number? That the exhibit A, which is a book on FERA, may be returned on undertaking to return it as and when required, and furnishing authenticated copy of the same. Have you any objection?
Obviously,
My lord, the
copy will
original-
be also given.
My lord, the original will remain. I will make a photocopy and retain it. Original will be there.
Oh, তাহলে লাইনটা কেটে দাও. Mr. submitted that he may be allowed to take a photocopy of exhibit A, which is a book. Permission is granted.
And a copy may be given to us.
On usual terms.
Always. Usual term.
What are usual terms?
That he has to pay.
To be understood.
That he has to pay.
To be understood.
He has to pay. Grateful, brother.
The liberty is given to take photocopy at his own cost. Photocopies at the cost of plaintiff. And if needed, to supply a copy to the defendant.
Great.
Authenticated copy. Take a copy মানে সেটা আমরা certified copy দেবো কেন? They will take copy. Or we'll copy it at our cost and deliver the copies. The department will make copies and hand over such copies on cost being paid of such copying to the plaintiff. Your witness is here?
Item number 3.
We have filed application for video conference.
Examination on commission. My lord, may I file my affidavit in opposition?
What opposition? What is the problem in getting video conference?
My lord, there are few points that I have taken. This suit is in respect of an act of defamation which took place 32 years ago.
Right?
My lord, the last witness who had come had given many contradictory answers.
Maybe. That's
lord,
helpful for
Now
you.
it is extremely, yes, maybe. But my lord, the only difficulty that my learned friend is expressing is that the witness is a busy person and it will take him some time. We can do it on a day-to-day basis and finish, my lord. But
You cannot force a person to come here if he has some other job. You have to pay compensation then.
My lord, may I just, they took 1
1st
month.
April.
Your Lordship will kindly allow me to place notification only.
Come on the 1st April.
I'm extremely grateful to my lord.
On prayer of the learned counsel. Come on the 1st April.
I'm extremely grateful to my lord.
On prayer of the learned counsel for the defendant, matter is adjourned to 1st April.
Extremely grateful.
Blood with leave of Mr. Jhunjhunwala, blood. This is an application, blood, based on examination of the witness on commission, blood. The witness.
It is testamentary suit, my lord. PLM matter, my lord. Testamentary matter, my lord. Will is, my lord, the unregistered will, my lord. Until he is the attesting witness, my lord.
Where is the death certificate?
Yes, my lord.
Original death certificate is
yes.
there?
Yes, my lord.
Produce.
Online, my lord. By online, my lord, it collect, my lord.
Whatever that might be. Where is the propounder of the will? Is he examined?
No, my lord. First, my lord, attesting witness.
All right, then let the propounder produce this document. Attesting witness will only examine the will.
Yes.
Only prove the will.
Yes.
The attestation fact. Fact of attestation.
Yes.
আমি শপথপূর্বক বলছি এই মামলায় সাক্ষ্য দিতে এসে আমি যা বলবো সত্য বলবো, সত্য বই মিথ্যে বলিব না। কোনো কথা গোপন করিব না। নিরঞ্জন বাই, NIRAN JN BAIN BAIN B
Pine.
Bine.
sir.
BAIN.
লেট নিবারণ বাই। বয়স 56, কনস্ট্রাকশনে বিজনেস। কল্যাণী নিয়ারেস্ট সগুনা, নদিয়া ডিস্ট্রিক্ট, নদিয়া সগুনা গ্রিন বেল্ট, নিয়ারেস্ট কল্যাণী, PS কল্যাণী স্টেশন।
এই যে দেখেন সেগুনা গ্রিন
গ্রিন বেল্ট, SAGUN 741245
গ্রিন বেল বলো
741245 741245 স্যার। ঠিক স্যার।
Yes. Mr. Bine, do you know for what purpose you are present here today?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
Do you know any person by the name Barindranath Mitra?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
How are you related to Barindranath Mitra?
আমার স্যার পরিচিত।
Since when you know the Barindranath Mitra?
1995 সাল থেকে।
Are you aware?
95 1995
Mr. Bine, are you aware as to whether Barindranath Mitra died leaving behind a will?
Leading question.
I did.
Are you aware of any will of Barindranath Mitra?
না, উইল আমার সঙ্গে তো করেছেন।
Kindly look at the document. Kindly look the document original which is appearing in the page 11 of the Annexer B of the COVID application. Page 11, Annexer B.
Kindly look at this document. Say what this document is about.
উইল স্যার।
Oh, will. Whose will is this?
বারীন্দ্রনাথ মিত্র আর একটু দেখাচ্ছে
of late Barindranath Mitra.
Can you please tell the date of the will?
4th February 2002
Where was this will executed?
স্যার ওনার বাড়িতেই করা হচ্ছিল রেকর্ড
Is this the origin? Sorry. Is this the original of the said will?
হ্যাঁ স্যার
Come to the page 4 of this document. Yes, yes. দেখে একবার দেখে না ওই উইলটা page 4 of this will, man. Where you will find the certain signature are appearing therein, are you in a position to identify those signature?
হ্যাঁ স্যার আমার সই নিরঞ্জন বাইন আরেকজন উইটনেস ছিল
Yes or no, Google?
একজন আছে স্যার সুভাষ মালাকার আর একজন ছিলেন আমার সাথে
How do we know the those signature?
সেগুলো আমি করেছি আমার সামনেই করেছি হ্যাঁ সুভাষ মালাকার
Who has first sign in this document?
প্রথমে উনি করেছিলেন বারীন্দ্রনাথ
Where are you? Where are you when Barindranath Mitra signed on this document?
ওরা পাশেই ছিল
Where was the Subhas Malakar when Barindranath Mitra signed on this document?
পাশেই ছিলেন আমার কাছে
Where was the Barindranath Mitra when you and Subhas Malakar signed in this document?
মিত্র পাশেই ছিলেন একটু আগেই সই করলেন
Who told you to put your signature on this will of the Barindranath Mitra?
বারীন্দ্রনাথ মিত্রই বলছে
Please identify the signature of Barindranath Mitra as appearing on this document by encircling that in the reading.
Blue.
Blue.
All the signatures.
All
The
one-
signatures.
only one signature. Only last pages one signature is.
স্যার নীল আচ্ছা স্যার
Please also encircle your signature and the signature of the Subhas Malekar. In blue ink. My lord, I tendered the document as exhibit A, my lord. The will
Signatures of the testator A by 1, signature of the attesting witness
A by 2.
2, and other as A by 3.
And my lord, the will is also
Yes, that's A.
Yes.
একটু উইলটা দেখি। আপনি যখন এই উইলটা সই করলেন, আগের পাতাগুলো সই ছিল কি ছিল না আপনি দেখেছিলেন না দেখেননি? আগের পাতাগুলো ছিল কি ছিল না
হ্যাঁ, আগের পাতাগুলো ছিল স্যার।
আপনি দেখেছিলেন?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
এই ডেটটা কার লেখা? 7ই ফেব্রুয়ারি, 4 ফেব্রুয়ারি, কার হাতের লেখা এটা? দেখুন, দেখে বলুন কার হাতের লেখা এটা।
স্যার এটা আমি বলতে পারবো না, স্যার করেছিল, লিখেছিল।
যখন আপনি সই করেছিলেন ওটা লেখা ছিল না ছিল না?
ওটা স্যার ছিল।
ছিল। ওইগুলো কোশ্চেন গুলো নিয়ে নাও, আনসার গুলো।
Mr. Biden, what was the mental and physical condition of the Barindranath Mitra at the time of execution of the will?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, ভালো ছিল, সুস্থ ছিল।
Was the will executed by the Barindranath Mitra out of free will and valuation? Free will.
আপনি যখন উইলটা সই করেন তখন আর কে কে ছিল সেখানে?
আমরা তিনজনই ছিলাম স্যার।
আর কেউ ছিল না?
আমি দেখিনি।
ওই ইয়েটা
স্বতঃস্ফূর্তভাবে এই উইলটা সম্পাদন করেছিলেন?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
Next question. I am showing you page 9 of the probate application. Kindly see the page and tell the honorable court what is this document.
Page 9.
স্যার আমার সাইন রয়েছে এখানে ডিক্লারেশন একটা করেছিল স্যার। হ্যাঁ স্যার আমার
For who prepared this declaration and whose instruction?
কার নির্দেশে তৈরি করেছেন?
ওটা লয়ার শেপ করেছিলেন,
লয়ার তৈরি করেছেন, কার নির্দেশে করেছেন? কে
আমার নির্দেশে ডিক্লারেশন।
My advocate has-
Do you find any signature appearing in this page?
পাতায় কি আপনি কোনো সই দেখতে পাচ্ছেন?
হ্যাঁ স্যার একটু সই রয়েছে আমার।
Whose signature is this? Oh, sorry.
আমার সিগনেচার নিরঞ্জন বাইক।
Do you know about the contents of the declaration?
অবগত আপনি?
স্যার এটা প্রোভাইড করার জন্য এটা লাগবে, এটা
আপনি জানেন কি এখানে কি লেখা আছে না জানেন?
অতটা স্যার ইংরেজি আমি ভালো ডিক্লারেশন বলেছেন করেছেন। বাংলায় আমাকে স্যার বলেছিলেন, দিয়েছিলেন।
Are the contents of this declaration are true and correct?
সত্য এবং সঠিক।
হ্যাঁ স্যার হ্যাঁ।
But attesting witness affidavit আছে একটা dated বলবো?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
What else should you ask now?
Yes, my lord.
What else should you ask?
Only one attesting affidavit was filed by the attesting witness. That is only. Huh? No. Affidavit of attesting witness আছে দেখুন। of বারীন্দ্রনাথ of
শগুনা মানে নিয়ারেস্ট কল্যাণী মদনপুর।
Where the will was executed?
উইলটা ওনার লেক গার্ডেন্সের বাড়িতে।
Did you came to Lake Gardens only for this purpose?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
Why? What is the special reason?
না উনি বলছিলেন উইটনেসে সাইন করার জন্য, কাকুর সাথে আলাপ হয়েছিল আমার অনেক দিনের, সেই কারণে গিয়েছিলাম।
Yes, sir.
What is this document? Who prepared this document? বলুন।
ডকুমেন্টটা কি মাই লর্ডকে বলুন।
উপর থেকে
একটা এভিডেভিট আমি করেছিলাম এখানে, আমার সিগনেচার রয়েছে এখানে, সিগনেচার কোর্টে এসে আমি করেছিলাম।
এই উইলে প্রপার্টি টেস্টেটের কাকে দিয়ে গেছেন জানেন? সম্পত্তিগুলো কাকে দিয়ে গেছেন?
সহদেব বারুইকে দিয়েছিলেন।
সহদেব বাড়ুই কে?
হ্যাঁ।
কে?
উনি আমাকে বলছিলেন যে ওনার চেনা
সহদেব বাড়ুই কে?
এখানে উইল হোল্ডার যে যার নামে উইলটা হয়েছে স্যার।
তিনি কে? টেস্টেটরের সঙ্গে তার কি সম্পর্ক?
আমি স্যার যেটুকু জানি ওরা পরিচিত কাছের লোক স্যার, একটু বলেছিলেন।
তো যিনি উইল করেছেন তার কোনো ছেলে মেয়ে ছিল না?
সেটা স্যার আমি বলতে পারবো না।
তাকে চেনেন না আপনি?
না।
তাহলে তার কথায় হঠাৎ এলেন কেন?
না আমি ওনার সাথে অনেকদিনের চেনা স্যার, সেই
তো
কারণে
তাকে চেনেন অথচ তার ছেলে মেয়ে আছেন কিনা জানেন না? দেখো এগুলো। whether the testator had any son or daughter. I am not so acquainted with him. What was the relationship between the testator and the beneficiary? Do you know?
না স্যার একটা রিলেশন আছে সেইটুকুই বলেছিলেন এই
I was told by the testator that there was a relationship between the beneficiary and the testator. উইলটা যখন সই হয় সহদেব বাড়ুই ছিল?
না স্যার তখন ছিল
Anything else?
Only contents of the affidavit. Other than that. Who prepared this affidavit and whose instance?
লয়ার রবি ঘোষ উনি করেছিলেন আমার নির্দেশে করেছিলেন
The contents of this affidavit are true and correct. That's
এই উইলটা যখন হয় তার কতদিন পর টেস্টেটর মারা যান?
সেটা স্যার ডেট সার্টিফিকেট 31/5/2002 এরকম আর কি।
তার মাঝখানে এই উইলটা হওয়া এবং টেস্টেটরের মৃত্যু এই মাঝখানে কতবার যাতায়াত করেছেন? কিরকম যোগাযোগ ছিল?
স্যার একবারই গিয়েছিলাম আমি।
উইল হওয়ার পর?
তার 15 দিন হবে পরে আর কি এরকম।
তার 15 দিন পর গেছিলেন?
তারপরে স্যার যাই
তো এর পরে কোনো উইল হয়েছিল কিনা আপনি জানেন?
না স্যার
এগুলোকে নিয়ে নাও। Propounder is there?
no. Today is not the fixed.
The attesting witness is examined as PW1, who proved the will, who proved execution and attestation of the will, and the same is marked as exhibit. আরেকটা ডেট বলো। Fix 9th April for further witness action. I'm sorry, I'm not a good probate court.
Sorry.
Item number 5.
For the plaintiff, sole defendant has died in this matter.
We have to make a substitution.
We have made lordship on
Substitution is there.
yes, lordship. It was allowed on 20th March.
Was it carried out?
No, lordship. Only 20th March it was allowed, lordship. Kindly give us 4 weeks time, lordship.
চেঞ্জটা হয়নি এটাতে তো। কবে হয়েছিল? 20?
20th March, lordship.
Adjourn to 5th May.
Item number 6. Item number 6. In the goods of Satyanarayan Kundu.
You were here? Witness is there?
Yes.
Do you need a chair? Give a chair to him. Give a chair to him.
He's on his legs on court number 6.
Witness will be examined. He is a very aged person. আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে। No, instant Alice. No help.
বাংলা আমি শপথপূর্ণ বলছি এই মামলায় সাক্ষ্য দিতে এসে যা বলবো সত্য বলবো, সত্য বই মিথ্যে বলবো না। কোনো কথা গোপন করবো না। সৌরভ মল্লিক, SOU RAV মল্লিক, MALLCK মণিলাল মল্লিক,
বেশি আছে
মণিলাল মল্লিক।
বেশি আছে বাবা বেশি আছে
না,
Wait.
লেট মণিলাল মল্লিক।
You
আমার
asked
ভাই
in a
চুয়াত্তর।
different manner. You asked বেঁচে আছে এমন ভাবে বললেন যেন উনি আছেন কিনা জিজ্ঞেস করছেন।
আমি ফার্মাসিস্ট, 10-1 টেবাল লেন ক্যালকাটা 9 1 টেবাল লেন 9।
বিলটা বার করুন। ওই এক্সামিনেশন চিপটা একটু দিন ওনাকে, এক্সামিনেশন চিপটা একটু দিন যেটা ফাইল করেছে। Mr. Mollik, please see the document. Have you signed it?
He is the propounder or attesting witness?
Attesting witness.
মালট আমি সই করেছি এটা।
As per whose instruction it was drafted?
কার নির্দেশে এটা ডকুমেন্টটা তৈরি করা হয়েছিল? কার নির্দেশে ডকুমেন্টটা তৈরি করা হয়েছে?
ইন্দ্রনাথ কুন্ডু।
এই ডকুমেন্টটা who has drafted this document?
ডকুমেন্টটা কি ড্রাফট করেছেন? খসড়া প্রস্তুত কে করেছেন এই ডকুমেন্টটা?
উকিল বাবু। হ্যাঁ,
নাম জানেন উকিল বাবু?
প্রশান্ত কুমার দে, প্রিয়ান দে।
Please see this document. Who has drafted this document?
এই ডকুমেন্টটা দেখুন এবং বলুন এই ডকুমেন্টটা কে ড্রাফট করেছে? খসড়া প্রস্তুত কে করেছে?
Mr.
এটা আমার নামে তো সই আছে।
এই ডকুমেন্টের খসড়াটা কে প্রস্তুত করেছে?
শ্যামল মুখোপাধ্যায়।
Document was drafted by Mr. Shyamal Mukherjee. Or actually, Mr. Mike.
Do you know let Satyanarayan Kundu?
হ্যাঁ,
How is he related with you?
আপনার সঙ্গে কিভাবে সম্পর্ক? আপনার সঙ্গে ওনার সন্তান হয়েছে?
আমার সঙ্গে আমার ছোট কাকার ভাইরা ভাই আমরা মেসমশাই বলেই ডাকতাম।
Related,
ঠিক আছে?
closely related.
প্রিয়ঙ্কার প্রিয়ঙ্কার প্যাটার্নাল প্যাকেটের মতো বেশি
মেসমশাই।
Can you say before this honorable court whether this Satyanarayan Kundu made any will?
কোনো বলছিলেন আপনি জানেন
সুতরাং কোনো আমার ভাইয়ের নামে
উনি উইল করেছিলেন ব্যাপারটা
হ্যাঁ
ইয়েস
Will take it. একবার দেখি কোন উইলটা দেখি 95 কিলো
হুম
2001 ঠিক আছে এইটা কি whether please show the document, please see this document and say
এই ডকুমেন্টটা কি কি যেটা বলুন দেখে।
মাই লর্ড, এটা সত্যনারায়ণ কুন্ডু আমার ভাইকে করে দিয়েছে।
This is a will executed by Satyanarayan Kundu disposing of property in favor of my brother.
has Mr. Satyanarayan Kundu put his signature there?
These are leading questions. Can you find any signature of Satyanarayan Kundu here?
হ্যাঁ এই যে
Encircle all the signatures.
Wherever it is,
ভোগ করবো।
আর কোথাও থাকলে বা তাদের all the
এই যে এই যে
can you say whether this will is registered or not?
হ্যাঁ
When this will was executed,
সম্পাদন করা কবে বিলটা করা হয়েছে
কবে উঠে করা হয়েছিল?
তারিখটা দেখি।
এটা দেখতে বলে
2001 সালে বোধ হয়।
First page এ আছে।
এই যে my ninth published a 19 day
March
19 March 2001.
Can you say at the time of execution who are present?
হ্যাঁ, আমি আমার দাদা।
আপনার সই আছে ওখানে?
আমার তো এইখানে আছে।
এনসাইকেল করতে বল।
এই যে
আপনার সইটা নিজ বাড়ি দিয়ে করবেন।
তো চেম্বারে দেবে।
Any other signature is there?
আমার দাদা
Signature of my elder brother,
গৌতম মল্লিক।
Mr. Joseph Modi. Signature of Mr. Joseph Modi.
Where this will was executed?
উল্টা 36 MG রোড।
ওইখানে কি ছিল? 36 এমজি রোডে কি ছিল?
থাকতেন।
That is in the resident of the testator. That is in the resident of the testator. Residence of the testator.
Who signed first?
Huh?
Who signed first?
সত্যনারায়ণ কুণ্ডু।
Executor. I don't say.
When it was executed, where you were?
তখন ওইটা ওনার বাড়িতে ছিলাম 36।
I was present at the residential of the
Except you and Satyanarayan Kundu, anybody was there?
আর কে ছিল?
আর আমার দাদা ছিল আর উকিল
Elder brother, maybe Mr.
মল্লিক।
and our
পিএন দে।
Do you know the signature of Gautam Malik?
হ্যাঁ,
Do you know the signature of the advocate?
হ্যাঁ, এইটা
That advocate also was also present at that time of execution.
হ্যাঁ, হ্যাঁ, হ্যাঁ।
And in your presence, whether Mr. Satyanarayan Kundu executed or signed this will?
হ্যাঁ,
Again and again you are asking leading questions.
Sorry, Moilan. After execution by Satyanarayan Kundu, whether at whose request you have signed as witness?
আর সত্যনারায়ণ কুণ্ডু সৌরদে।
যখন সই করেন সত্যনারায়ণ কুণ্ডুর শারীরিক মানসিক অবস্থা কিরকম ছিল? Was physically fit and mentally alert.
হ্যাঁ,
was he influenced by anybody to execute this will?
কারো প্রভাবে এসে কারো চাপে এসে উইলটা প্রভাব করেছিলেন
হ্যাঁ।
সত্যনারায়ণ বাবু কি কারো চাপে এসে বা কারো প্রভাবে এসে উইলটা করেছিলেন
না না, স্বেচ্ছায় করে।
ক্রস উইলটাকে মার্ক করো এক্সিবিট 1, সিগনেচার গুলো A/1 A/2 এভাবে করো। signature of testator collectively A/1. Ask one question, then take adjournment.
My lord, before that, I want to know at whose instance he is cross-examining.
Why?
Because caveator, who is the caveator here?
Was there any caveat? It is PLA, TS. This is TS, testamentary suit.
Testamentary suit. But who has made the caveat?
Definitely someone has made. That's why it is converted into a TS.
If my lord, please see who is the person lodged the caveat.
Caveat is not discharged.
Caveat is not discharged.
Then he has right to cross-examine.
Because my lord,
Whatever may be, you have not filed any application or court possibly have hold this order. Since the caveat is there, he has right to cross-examine. Ask only one question.
The will, is it your signature?
কি বলছো?
In the said will, is it your signature as a witness?
উইটনেস হিসেবে যে সইটা আছে ওটা কি আপনার সই?
হ্যাঁ,
This much. Don't paste next day. Because he's an aged person, he is coming to the court. Otherwise, we will have to bear whole expense of his coming and going.
I'm grateful.
PW1 is examined in full
uncle.
and partly cross-examined.
Lord, না স্যার, লর্ড আসছে না দাদা।
Why have you filed this? This is not a commercial suit. Take it back.
Lordship, just one thing to indicate. Order dated February 13, 2024, there was a direction for discovery inspection of document. Liberty was given, but that was not been done yet.
It is your fault. It is his fault. Why did he?
Have you discovered?
No, that was not.
Then that's closed. Once witness examination has begun, this is closed. Fix 11th April for further examination, for further witness action.
I'm grateful. For cross-examination.
For further witness action. Since देखिए आगे ऑर्डरটা देखिए issues should be reframed. Some of the issues. Next, देखो, issues were framed on 15th April 2024. However, the issues are recast as follow. Number 1, is the instant will, last will and testament of the testator. Number 2, whether the will was executed in terms of Indian Succession Act 1925 by the testator. Number 23, and next, number 3. Whether the testator was physically fit and mentally alert at the time of execution of the will. Next, whether the execution of the will is proved properly or not. Where is the written affidavit supporting the caveat? Next, whether the execution of the will is surrounded by any suspicious circumstances. Caveat আছে, affidavit তো নিশ্চয়ই থাকবে। Whether the will was executed and whether the testator executed the will under undue influence or coercion. Next, whether the will was obtained by fraud.
শঙ্কর প্রসাদ মারা যাওয়ার পরে আর কোনো কমিট হয়েছিল?
Whether the petitioner is entitled to probate as prayed for. Probate or letter of administration?
Probate.
Probate of the will as prayed for.
My lord, just now I came to learn from my client that Shankar Prasad Kundu, who is the caveator here, died.
You have to file appropriate application then for substitution. The matter will appear in the list on 11th April for witness action, for further witness action. Next.
Item number 7.
My suit, my lord. My witness was in the box. First witness examination.
Yes, come.
I was examining him on chief, my lord. There, my lord.
We go other side.
My lord, yes,
Lordship, I am appearing on behalf of the defendant numbers 1, 2, and 3 in the matter.
Where is she?
Lordship, am I visible?
Yes, now.
Yes.
Molik was there. There are only
I'm
two
being led by Mr.
documents.
Malik. Yes.
There are only two documents left, my lord. It's standard, my lord. Close the sheet.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes, yes. কোন ভলিউমে আছে? Mr. Jaswal, kindly look into this document and tell Chief of Justice and tell Malad what is this document. Document
This is the annual return of defendant number 3, Auroville Commerce Private Limited. Auroville Commerce Private Limited. VIL. For the financial year 17 and 18.
Where from did you obtain this document?
I've obtained it from the registrar of the. I've obtained it from the registrar of the companies, and the document is certified by assistant registrar of the companies.
What transpires from this document, Mr. Jaswal?
The directorship of defendant number 1 is continued in defendant number 2 and 3 along with his wife.
Why do you find that information in this document, Mr. Jaswal?
In the page number 2 of this document. Oh, sorry. It's here. In page number 10 of this document, the names of the directors are there. Asha Gupta, yes, and Fulchand Gupta.
Why have you obtained this particular document, Mr. Jaswal?
I filed this suit in the year 2019. And before, I wanted to assess the directorship pattern of defendant number. Okay. Assess the directorship pattern of defendant number 3 before filing the suit.
May this be marked as exhibit. These are all admitted documents in any event.
Exhibit
M.
M.
Mr. Jaswal, can you identify this document?
This is the annual return of defendant number 3, Auroville Commerce Private Limited, for the financial year 21 and 22.
Where from did you obtain this document, Mr. Jaswal?
I obtained it from the registrar of the companies, and the document is certified by assistant registrar of the companies.
What transpires from this document?
It transpires that directorship pattern did not change since its inception. And defendant number 1 and his wife continued to be the director of defendant number 3.
Go slow. Go slow.
Go
slow.
Of defendant number 3.
Where in this document do you find that information that you have just now stated?
Sorry.
Where in this document do you find the information that you have just now stated, that the directors are Mr. Fulchand Gupta and Mr. Asha Gupta and Mrs. Asha Gupta?
It's in the page number 2. The names of director appears. Yes. Asha Gupta and Fulchand.
May this be marked as experiment.
Anything else?
Just two more, madam. Just any questions. When did you file the instance suit, Mr. Jaswal?
Somewhere in September 2019.
And what have you, September 2019?
19.
And what have you prayed for in the instance suit?
I prayed for a decree.
Okay.
Yes. For delivery of and cancellation of the share certificates of defendant number 4 standing in the name of defendant number 2 and 3.
Chief is matter concluded. Chief is concluded.
Chief is over.
Chief is over.
Cross next day, cross.
Lordship kindly grants the next day.
Is PW1.
Is PW1.
PW1 is chief examined in chief in full. Adjourned to 22nd April for cross-examination of PW1 and further witness action.
26. I am obliged.
Obliged.
Item number 8.
My lord, in this matter, my lord, today, my lord, propounder is to, my lord, examine today. My lord, propounder actually is saying staying in, my lord, USA.
On prayer of the learned counsel for the plaintiff, witness action is adjourned to
4 weeks time may be given, my lord.
29th April.
I am grateful to your lordship.
9. Item number 9.
Item number 9, Your Lordship, I am for the petitioner.
What is GA7?
GS7, Your Lordship. This is an application for appointment of an advocate commissioner. Because, Your Lordship, with the attesting witness, Your Lordship is a chartered accountant. And Your Lordship is.
Who will pay the cost?
I'll burn the entire cost, no problem. The entire evidence, Your Lordship, of the plaintiff defendant, Your
Who
Lordship.
is the defendant? Have you any objection?
That day I objected that my lord advocate commissioner should not be appointed, and my lord, Your Lordship, kindly allow them to appear before Your Lordship.
I will allow them, you will bear the cost. I will direction, give a cost because he is a profession.
Your Lordship, kindly see the order. Your Lordship passed an order directing to file an application.
Yes, they have filed this application. They have made oral prayer.
The order was passed. Your Lordship, kindly see the order dated 13 February.
Order was passed. G7.
On GS7.
Virtually.
But on that occasion, Your Lordship, I explained it's not possible in virtual. The reason, Your Lordship, the original will has to be seen. Otherwise, Your Lordship, the will that at the signature of the testator.
Yes, in absence, necessary application. The necessary application is filed, all right.
Lordship, GS7, Your Lordship, is there. Your Lordship, kindly sees, Lordship, kindly allow me to.
In terms of order dated 13 February, this court allowed virtual examination of witness. However, Mr. Sengupta, the learned counsel for the petitioner, submitted that virtual examination will create difficulty as the propounder of the will, as the will itself will be produced before the propounder.
I'm grateful, Your Lordship.
That is why he proposed examination of the witnesses by appointment of advocate commissioner at his own cost. The learned counsel for the defendant objected to. However, for proper adjudication of the suit, it is necessary that the will should be proved in a proper manner. Accordingly, the application for appointment of Advocate Commissioner for examination of witness is allowed. Mr. Obhik Sengupta, a member of Bar Library Club, is appointed hereby as an Advocate Commissioner for examination of witness. He will be paid a lump sum amount of rupees 75,000. Order may be communicated to the newly appointed Advocate Commissioner by the learned counsels. Fix one officer of the court shall be permitted to carry the original record along with the will at the time of evidence. Full stop. Such officer shall be selected and appointed by the learned register in insolvency in charge. Suitable remuneration shall be paid. Suitable actual traveling expenses shall be paid to the officer of the court for traveling the record to the place of a witness action. Let the suit appear in the list on 6th May.
6th May. I'm grateful.
For report of the Advocate Commissioner.
I'm grateful.
GA7 stands disposed of.
Item number 10.
This is my application G.
Why were you laughing? What was the cause? Now you are cross-examined.
Fortunately, my lord is not in this side anymore.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss sometimes.
My lord, I am the petitioner.
Yes. This is J5 is for?
J5 is my application. I tell you, lordship.
Yes.
My lord,
the probate petition has been filed by my learned senior friend.
Yes.
Now,
what is the prayer?
well, GA5 is for prayer A for dismissal of the probate petition. For dismissal of the probate application.
Have you filed caveat?
Well, there I'll come. Kindly bear me for 2 minutes.
my lord, if your lordships kindly allows me only one submission, I think
I will hear you, definitely hear you.
Prayer B, alternative, leave to file my caveat and affidavit in support of caveat. Prayer C, alternative to prayer A, PLA be marked as contentious cause. And D, stay of all.
The first point is that it should be dismissed in limine. What are the grounds?
2017, the probate petition was filed. Now, if your lordship, generally we place the facts and then show the relevant provisions of law. Although this law, my lord is well aware of this law, for my satisfaction, if your lordship kindly permits me to place a few provisions before your lordship, chapter 35. Original side. Chapter 35, my lord, rule 9. My lord, rule 9, citation to rightful parties. On an application for letters of administration.
Have you exchanged affidavits?
No.
Let this be done first.
My lord, I'll be pressing for stay of the proceeding. I tell you, Lord, my lord, kindly bear me. My lord, till now, no citation has been issued upon me. They have already got notices issued upon the alleged attesting witnesses. This is the situation, my lord. My lord, I apprehend that in my absence, fortunately, I could file the Vakalatnama with the leave of the learned, honorable, your lordship's honorable coordinate bench. Or to that extent, I am successful, but my lord, still now, no citation has been issued upon me. It will appear from the records. Notices, they could issue, get the notices issued upon attesting witness. Every
GA 5 of 25 is filed with a prayer of dismissal of the suit as well as other alternative remedies.
My lord, if
Full
your
stop.
lordship kindly hears me once. My lord.
Exchange your affidavit.
Yes, yes. No, no.
Affidavit in opposition
my lord,
shall be filed within 2 weeks.
My lord, please give 4 weeks, my lord. I need
3
to,
weeks.
I need to incorporate, my lord, certain.
All right, 3 weeks. Affidavit in reply, if any, within 2 weeks thereafter. The learned registrar of insolvency in charge shall furnish a report on the returnable debt, whether citations have been issued or not.
My lord, the citations were issued upon the attesting witnesses, my lord. I am appearing on behalf of the attesting witness, my lord. I have an affidavit to submit for the court. My lord, kindly takes up the affidavit.
What will you do right now with this affidavit? What is the purpose of attesting witness?
My lord, the purpose of the attesting witness
Is to contest the probate proceeding.
my lord, attesting witnesses has engaged me to represent them before this honorable court to inform that they will be able to appear before this
Why would you appear? At the time of witness action, the attesting witness will come. They have no other function. Explain the attesting witness, the Indian provisions of Indian Succession Act and Evidence Act. Don't waste the time of the court.
4 weeks.
had issued summons upon me on 6th of March
Did not come here. কি বললাম? Let the matter appear in, let the suit application appear in the list. 8 May.
My lord, no further proceeding in the meantime, my lord.
No, sorry.
Kindly.
Sorry.
My lord, what had happened, my lord? Only page 50 of your lordship's coordinate bench order.
No, I won't.
My lord, what had happened, my lord? They have been directed to rectify the probate petition affidavit of.
Come with an affidavit. I will hear on that date. If necessary, appropriate application shall be passed. Sorry.